Hi, what's up, everybody? I don't know about you, but as a marketer, whenever I see an ad on Facebook, Google, I'm always looking at it to see what other people are doing in the industry. And today I saw a very interesting ad from Jet2 that I thought could use a lot of work. So today I'm going to run you through how I would make that Jet2 ad even better. So let's dive right in. So here is the ad in question. So I think what Jet2 is going for here is just kind of launching an awareness campaign about their deal of 60%, £60 off for July and August holidays by making a Jet2 account. And while it's good and it will work, and because of the budget that Jet2 has behind it, and with a lot of other major brands like that, because they have such a good capital for ads, they can basically put out pretty mediocre stuff, but get a good return on their investment. So what are the issues that I actually see with this Jet2 holiday ad? The image itself doesn't tell us anything about what they're trying to do. Obviously, they have the book now and they have their brand logo, which is good. You know it's a Jet2 ad. But it doesn't tell you what it's for. And the book now is a little bit misleading because the headline of this ad says Portugal, but then book now doesn't imply that it's going to be Portugal. And then you look at the headline text and it just says July and August holidays. So if you're somebody viewing this ad, you don't know if this is an ad for Jet2 holidays in Portugal, you don't know if this is ads for everything, and you don't even know what you're supposed to be booking. So there is a lot of things that could change with this, especially with the text and the headline, but I'm just going to focus on the ad creative in this video because that is the real key to unlocking better conversions, especially if you're running lower ad campaigns. So let's dive into what I would do to make this ad a lot better. So firstly, before I start on the ad, I like to go to especially if they're high level brands, I'll go to their brand guidelines. So here in .zz, we found the Jet2 brand guidelines. And I've scrolled down to the point where we can see the colors. So obviously their primary color is red and they use red a lot. So we're going to incorporate that into the ad because for a lot of ads, especially if they're well branded, you don't want the brand to be in their face completely because especially in this day and age, especially with social media, having that branded content constantly kind of puts a lot of customers off. So you want to subtly introduce your brand without it overpowering the whole campaign and creative. So we're going to use the red, we're going to use the yellow. Obviously black and white just come for themselves, but that's fine. And then down here we can get the typography. So this is the font that Jet2 uses. And you'll be surprised with these brands. A lot of them you might think have customized fonts and they're very worked in. But for a lot of brands, the text has to be clear. And to get a clear text, people just use the normal fonts that have already worked time and time again. You'll see a lot of brands use fonts like Helvetica, Gothic type, stuff like that. Stuff that is worked time and again, and kind of the first things you'll see when you open a Word doc, when you go to fonts. Those are kind of the OG principles when it comes to getting your message across. It's using the right text. So here we can see that Jet2 is using the Franklin Gothic BT in italics for its logo and the primary font. And then for the secondary font, the stuff that it's using for text, paragraph, stuff like that, it's using just the regular Franklin Gothic primary text. So if we go back in and start designing this ad, what we will start with is incorporating that Jet2 holiday logo. So we'll keep to the theme of what Jet2 is trying to do because across all of their ad sets, you can look this up, they like to have that Jet2 holiday logo at the top of the ads. And this is fine, it doesn't overpower, it doesn't take away from the image. Especially when you're doing travel and location, you want the image to be front and center, but that doesn't mean just leaving it as the image. You want other things in there, and that is kind of the problem we're having with this Jet2 ad. We see the nice image, but we don't know what it means. What they're trying to sell is all their holidays over July and August, but that ad trying to portray Portugal doesn't get the message across. This is for all holidays. So instead of that, what we're going to do is we're going to do something a little bit creative here. we're going to put in a text box in front of the image. I'm just going to bring up a random hotel image. It doesn't matter. Obviously, they're using pictures of the hotels they sell, but we're just going to use a random hotel because it's just an example piece. And then we're going to put in a text box, a Google search box. And this is good because we're trying to tell customers that are going to buy from Jet2 that this is for them and this is for all the holidays that they might be looking at. Maybe they're last minute buyers and they just want something quick for the next week. Maybe they have some time off and they want to catch some sun. So we're going to put in a question that somebody might search into Google that would stumble upon a Jet2 holiday. And what I've gone with is hotel tomorrow night near me. I think this works quite well because Jet2 is known for having cheap flights, cheap holidays. So putting hotel tomorrow near me kind of solidifies their branding in the sense that they are a low budget holiday maker that can get anybody anywhere in a very short amount of time. So putting that as the key feature, apart from the destination, it now tells people that are viewing the ad that this is for all holidays, not just Portugal, not just anything else that Jet2 is selling. This is for everything that they have going on. So now that the customers know what the ad's about, now they need to know why the ad's important. And this is another thing that Jet2 got wrong in their original ad, because they put the save £60 per person with the MyJet app in the primary text. If people aren't understanding the ad before they read the primary text, they're just going to scroll. So a lot of people aren't even going to see the fact that it is £60 off per person with the Jet2 app. So let's put that in the ad and actually show people that this is what the ad is for. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it in the Gothic style primary text. We're going to make it red, and we're just going to put it at the bottom. We're going to keep the actual image because we have the chairs and umbrellas. I know there's a word for that. Can't remember what it is. We're going to keep that as the main focus of the actual background image. So we're just going to put it at the bottom. Maybe we'll make it a little bit smaller if I was doing this for an actual ad campaign, because you don't want to overwhelm people. But I think that having this at the bottom solidifies what Jet2 is offering. And because the call to action is save £60 per person with the MyJet2, we don't need to put that other call to action that Jet2 had, which was book now. Because they actually missed a point with that ad. The book now isn't what they're trying to do. The book now is for holidays that people can actually book now, you know. But what the ad is trying to do is it's trying to get people to sign up to the MyJet2 app to save the money. That is what the call to action is. And then from that, that's when they will book the holidays. So you don't want them to think they're going to be booking a holiday immediately and go over what the ad is for, which is saving the money. Because people will see the book now and they'll be like, oh, Jet2, I'm going to book a holiday with them because I like Jet2. They're a solid brand and I like what they do. And they'll completely skip over the part where they will save the money. So we're just going to leave the bottom text as save £60 per person with the MyJet2. And then that's basically all we're going to do with this ad. You don't want to make the ad overwhelming. You want to keep it as simple as possible, but you also want to get your message across. And I think this is what separates people who know what they're doing with ads to people who don't really know what they're doing, is getting that simplicity across. If you can get your message across in as little text and imagery as possible, you're doing the right thing. So having this as the ad would do much better for the marketing results they're trying to get from an ad type like this, instead of what they had previously with Book Now and Jet2 Holidays. It's much more clear. It understands the message of the ad, and it will get people on the ad and booking instead of skipping the app itself and just going straight to the booking. So I hope this has cleared up a little bit of how to get your message across in ad campaigns, and also how to get a little bit creative with the Google search and everything else we've done in this ad. So I hope this helped. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'm going to be putting more like this out, so if you've enjoyed this, please let me know in the comments, and subscribe if you like this type of content. But thank you for watching, and I'll be back soon.